All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Hunter, episode 99.
We're almost to the 100 mark.
100.
Yeah.
I think this will be the first time since Bleach I'll have watched an anime to 100 episodes.
That's a good point. I think that's the same for me too, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the shows that I've watched end around the 60 episode mark. Like that's kind of the cutoff point for me generally. But hey guys, Hunter, you guys made this happen and we're here and we're in the thick of it. Like we are
stuff's happening.
We are in the thick of everything. There's all the teams that are off in their separate places doing their thing. Nav and Morel are trying to get this general, like, Marco or something to help with infiltration, I
think so. Or at least work with them on something. Probably infiltration.
Yeah, and specifically with, like, giving him amnesty.
Right, saying they'll get him out of the country if he helps them out and all that stuff. And
and then Knuckle and Shoot discussing the philosophy of, like, we are letting people die so that we can save a lot of people. But what does that make us, you know? And that's a very good thing to bring up because I feel like this arc more and more is trying to blend the morality of specifically kind of the good guys, the humans, with the bad guys, the Chimera ants.
Yeah.
And right now, it's pretty clear that it's still, there's the good guys and the bad guys. But with Gon as kind of the focal point of the story overall with Killua, in a lot of ways you can see how Gon is wrestling with a lot of that as well.
They do a really good job of that.
And dealing with Kite, you know.
And then, of course, that the whole philosophy and morality issues and all that stuff caused them to split the party.
Oh,
so now Gon is on his own.
Yes, and now Gon is getting ambushed.
Yeah.
Because Killua's presence is so intimidating that they just like, nope, we don't want to face him.
Nah.
Let's kill the weaker one while he's alone, you know?
Right. Or at least maybe the less observant one, or I don't know, like. Yeah, because they're both pretty deadly.
Yeah, it's the fact that Killua has his silent step, and when you see someone walk and you're like, I can't hear their footsteps. That's scary.
Right.
Like,
whereas Gon is
so scary.
Gon's probably a bit more of a known variable. Yeah.
Right, but he does have really good senses, so he's doing okay. Yeah. He is getting ambushed, though, by multiple Chimera ants.
But it
and
seems to be more
Melioran is still kind of stalking, observing for now. So this is where we are, and we're ready to get into more of this. So without further ado, let's do it. All right, guys, we're going to start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now.
Indeed.
Yep. Ooh, the perfect night predators, Yep. Oh, nice. A ranged attack.
Okay. Yeah, owls can be very quiet.
Cool. Oh. One of the things that's kind of a fun reminder thing with the Chimera ants is that while they can end up being any creature, like in particular with like their human creature mix and stuff, the thing about them makes them essentially just take the positive things about the creature. And like there's a lot of animals out there that, you know, sci-fis in particular, like, oh, we really like to mix the DNA of, like, bats hearing with, like, you know, something else out there.
Yeah.
But, like, an owl, you cannot hear them at all when they're, like, intentionally...
So soft, like,
Yeah. And then their bone structure is so light.
Right. And their wings to their body is so, like... Yeah, it's such a big difference.
Disproportionate compared to, like, every other bird in existence.
Right, they hardly have to flap their wings a lot of the time. And then just...
And they do it quickly, too.
Yeah.
And then there's this guy.
Yeah.
And he has, like, no real animal traits that,
Not
like...
really.
that we can identify. Or at least real life animals. Yep. That's the bat.
Oh.
I guess owls, that they do have good hearing as well.
Ooh.
That's frustrating.
But birds are fragile, so one good hit and they should go down pretty hard.
Yep. Nice.
Right.
And just get the bat. Yep. Whoa! Oh!
They're lucky that they're not dead right now. Like, repeating the same attack pattern isn't the best strategy.
Yeah. So he's able to predict them now.
Uh-huh. Or just hit them so hard that, it doesn't really matter.
He's right, but he's trying to make them think that he's going to be vulnerable.
Right, exactly.
In a very specific area of his body,
And then she's just going to drop from up high.
Yep. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yep.
But that makes you very predictable.
Yep. Yeah.
And... Yeah.
Oh! Oh, he did a Nuvoking!
I love it!
Oh!
I love it!
Right! The ultrasonic waves. Oh my gosh!
I love it!
Wow! Nice! Oh. Oh. Nice. Wow.
Okay.
It's not just an owl. He's some kind of ape or something.
Right.
Nice. Okay. Let's get creative here,
What's
Gon.
his plan?
Wait. Oh, okay.
Plugging his ears. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, right.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
All right,
Okay.
we got his defense up. Right.
Yeah. This is why you never split the party.
Yep. Ooh. So he has to beat them both at the same time.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So by seeing what one of them's doing, you can predict what the other's doing?
Whoa! Right.
So I'll hit them with the tree.
No, he uses the tree to make him move into a position where they're both on the same side. Yeah. Nice, nice. Wow.
Okay.
Dang.
All right.
Gone.
Yeah, I guess that's a
Holy
good
crap.
point, because if the bat sees with sound, then if he makes like a strong wind or something, that could distort basically the image, you know? Maybe.
Wait. Is the bat like pulverized? I couldn't tell
I
what
don't
he
think
just
so.
did there. I think she's just unconscious. Who? Done. Make sure to knock you west. Go back to Hinge.
Okay. All right, that was hilarious. Okay, so I guess the bat was pretty pulverized.
Oh, useful. Are they looking for people to turn into chimera ants, basically? Mm-hmm.
Right.
Cool. Wow. Pito is freakishly
Yeah. Uh-huh.
freakishly strong.
She already got down there.
Yep. I like Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
love this guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Ah. Wait.
There you go.
And that...
Can you kill them?
Yeah. So that... Okay, so this is what Hagya's plan is. By being near them, they have the most knowledge about
Their
Nen.
abilities, yeah.
So, yeah,
And,
so... I guess they trained them a bit.
and they don't care about them. Like,
Right, exactly.
they're gonna be like, who cares?
But who cares? Yeah. That...
Right. True.
Exactly.
Hey, there you go. Possible. It's definitely so. Killua.
He's moving fast.
Just so quiet.
Uh-huh.
Not a single sound. Oh. Yep. It's time for a fight.
So is that Hagya or...
Whoa.
Whoa!
Wait.
Or was that supposed to be the king?
I think it might be either the king or Netero.
Oh. Well, no, Netero would be concealing himself.
Yeah, we'll see. Oh. Wow. Whoa.
So, is this where he'll just be near Chitu? That way the interest will start accruing?
Right, I think he's just gonna stop Chitu, yeah.
Okay.
So what a lot of the Chimera ants are doing...
Looks like.
This
Yeah,
is
fair
true.
point.
Here's it. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Replace us.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm
It's
coming,
coming with you. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Oh, good man.
Yep,
Shoot.
yep.
Right. Awesome.
Because they're working to capture.
So he's mad at the other hunters and stuff who didn't do their job. Mm-hmm. Oh. Why? Yeah. Oh. Someone that we've heard of, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Who's Ryake, though?
Okay.
Politics, man.
Yeah.
Jeez. This is an ELE. Can't we, like...
Yeah, exactly.
This is reflecting shoot and knuckle, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vice chairman.
Oh. Dang. Whoa, foreshadowing.
Okay, that's a big plot point.
Yeah. Crap. Something else is going on here.
Uh-huh. Are they already setting up the next arc?
I think so. Or they're just setting up the point where, like, more hunters come into this situation, but they have a different motive. But yeah, like...
This is his last job as chairman, basically.
The resulting casualties. Jeez. Yeah. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Wonderful.
Yep. Yeah.
Right.
Well, that music switch was different. Okay, this is the ED we're not supposed to watch.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Minimize that. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So
So,
All
like,
right.
I was actually, like, I was just going to say, like, when the episode began and we were going through all the ambush stuff, I was like, please don't let this be the entire episode.
Right,
And then they took things out and they expanded the big picture and it
Yeah,
became a
big
more
picture
thoughtful
stuff.
episode about, like,
Yep.
what this conflict means for the world, what it means, like, for not only the world, but also the Chimera ants, like, with the Royal Guard and stuff.
The idea that win or lose, everything's going to be different after this. Like regardless of, like even the whole thing of, like, Netero, you know, people calling out for his resignation, like...
Yeah, well, that's a Hunter Association thing, and it's not really relevant to, like, us right now. So I think you're right in that they're foreshadowing future story stuff here. Like the way I think it could be relevant, like, soon is that when they need reinforcements, and they will need reinforcements at one point, they're either, like, not going to get it, or there's going to be... Let me close this really quick. Yeah, we don't want anything like that. But, like, they could get some kind of, like, different faction of hunters that come in and have different motives.
Sure.
So say, like...
Right.
Say, like, on some level, we look at the reason why they're not, you know, apprehending any of the squad leaders and stuff. Maybe they want all the Chimera ants to get back into one place. So if all the Chimera ants naturally return to East Gorto, and they know that they're all there, and our idea about tactically nuking the place comes into place, the Hunter Association might have some corrupt people in it where they're like, hey, we needed an excuse to destroy the country of East Gorto, which maybe being some kind of... you know, bad setup there. They're like, oh, this is all very convenient, and then we'll be like, we're going to exterminate the Chimera ants, and then maybe the expedition group that they have here, one of the main points of it will be that they'll come to realize that, well, maybe we can work out a deal with some of the Chimera ants. You know?
Yeah, who knows?
It's crazy, guys, but like things have a real opportunity to open up into very different types of conflict beyond just the, you know, assassin groups, basically.
Right,
the two the pairs going and taking out royal guards, so that Netero can face the king. So
right. And okay, the fact that they were like mobilizing the army and all that stuff, it's like, okay, well, that's terrifying, because now it's like, all right, they had a plan in place to basically make it so that Killua can't just say, hey, you got to run, right? But now it seems like almost like a reversal on the situation that a lot of times will happen in anime, where you'll have the person that's basically a god among men, right?
Right.
And they go up against all the normies and just kick butt, like Uvogin did with all the mob people, right?
The 10.
Well, yeah. Even before the Shadow Beasts or whatever they were called, just the guys with, you know, the RPGs and whatnot. But in this case, it's Killua, and which is great because we care about Killua. We want to see what he does, and this is something completely unlike him. You know, in the idea of him facing off against an army and trying to stop an army, that's not the kind of behavior of an assassin.
Yeah, Killua has changed a lot since he got the needle from Illumi removed from his head.
Yes.
So Killua's going around rescuing people. He's doing something that is kind of contrary to what the original plan of the expedition group was, but because the Chimera ants have utilized this in the perfect way for them to enact a more iron grip control over the country, it doesn't seem like something that really affects the plan too positively or negatively.
Right.
If anything, it helps the Chimera ants just the slightest bit, but not that much, because they're well aware that this is a war. This is an RTS between the Hunter Association led by Netero and, you know, his people, and the, you know, Chimera ants led by Meruem. So it's right now, I like that what this feels like is when you play chess, you have the first phase of the game, which is where you establish control of the center of the board.
Right.
I feel like that's what's happening right now.
Sure.
There is often a lot of chess games where no pieces are taken for a good, like, 10 to 20 moves.
Yeah.
And that is not a sign of bad play. Usually that's the sign of masters being at work.
Right.
And they're both trying to constantly one-up the position on each other. And this is that. The thing that's cool, though, to build the rule of cool of this, Meruem and Netero are not being shown doing much of anything in this whole thing. It's all their pieces essentially being moved around and doing things. And I like how even when we see the Royal Guard, Neferpito is like, well, I'm pissed. Like, I want to kill them, but I can't. I have to stay here and protect the king.
Exactly.
And Shia LaBeouf's just like, I will calm you with my soothing music.
Uh-huh.
But, like,
and then I will
maybe they're trying to draw you out, maybe they're trying to do this, maybe I'm overthinking this. Oh, but it's so good to visualize the thought.
Like, that scene was great for just making me be like, all right, Shia LaBeouf. You know, I like okay, because Neferpito or Nekopito, like she's had her moment in the spotlight, right, to make us care about her as a Chimera ant and an antagonist and all that stuff. Yeah. But for Shia LaBeouf, we haven't really seen him do much because a lot of the times he just sort of remains calm and plays his violin, right? But having him talk to Neferpito like this was really good, and of course, then how they handle Hagia and everyone
coming in being like, we are going to return the favor to you. We were going to prove ourselves useful.
Right.
And they're like, sure, whatever. Go knock yourself out. Kill those people. And it's like, well, yeah, of course we're using them. Like, I mean, yes, they might be useful. They might actually succeed. But if they don't, who cares?
No skin off our backs. And I love that they dropped that little bit of that they had basically taught Hagia and the others a bit about how to use Nen.
Right.
Like that little thing does a lot to basically make us, or make me at least, think that Hagia isn't a complete idiot for returning because he is getting something out of this, right? He's helping himself be able to survive better in the greater world out there, assuming he doesn't first get killed by the king or the royal guard.
And you know what it might be? This is a really dumb theory, but they go out, accomplish their mission, or maybe they don't. They actually are just like, cool, we got our abilities. Now we go.
And now we leave.
Now we book it out of here. That would be
got what we wanted.
That would be the best way to stiff the Chimera ants.
Right.
If he still has his I will like rule the world and stuff.
But he's like,
ambition.
yeah, but I'm not an idiot. I'm not gonna mess with this stuff. No, I'm gonna clean up afterwards, right?
Right.
Yeah. And of course, the Chimera ants, like the royal guard and the king, they're not really gonna care that much because it's like, oh, whatever, okay.
You guys are literally lesser beings, like,
right? Exactly.
It's something that I think that it's easy for us to forget that each kind of stage of Chimera ant is like entirely different,
like plane of existence.
Yeah. So you have the soldiers, the soldier ants. They're like nothing compared to a squad leader. And then, a squad leader like Hagia is nothing compared to a royal guard. And a royal guard is, well,
probably, well, we don't really know yet. Probably nothing compared to the king.
Yeah. So one of the things that I liked a lot about the way Neferpito was kind of frustrated about this whole thing is we see her utilizing an ability that is god tier overpowered. Like, she is using like nationwide range control abilities and such. And it's like, okay, cool.
Do you even need Meruem at this point? Why not just go start your own deal? Like,
right. I mean, like, I get that the main thing about her abilities are that she is essentially a reanimator. She's like a necromancer, you know?
Sure, yeah.
But the thing is, she has like unlimited range on her necromancy.
The fact that she's able to do it on such a wide number of people at such a range, it's kind of ridiculous.
The reason why I think it's really clever, though, by them saying that she's wanting to kill them but she can't, is that she doesn't have necessarily, this could be disproven, but it's a way that makes her ability not as overpowered, is that she gave them directives. She went out and made them all her puppets, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Once they are her puppets and stuff, it's not like Harbinger in Mass Effect 2, assuming direct control. She can't come in and make one have direct influence on a will to will kind of.
That could be it, but one of the things that she was mentioning is that she wanted to go out there and kill him.
Yeah.
So it's probably like if in the analogy of the chess game, there's a pawn line, right? And it's like going past the pawn line is a little bit difficult, right? So you tend to just sort of have to stay back and wait for the pawn line to break, you know.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's risky. You don't want to get trapped on the other side of the pawn line, you know.
Wait, so
scary things happen.
What kind of piece are they? I would say Neferpito is like a queen, like because just all the range, the range.
Who knows? Like, or at the very least, like a rook, like.
Or a rook, yeah.
Like
I don't think there is really a queen.
Yeah,
piece,
like the queen would be Meruem because he's the most powerful, even though he is the king.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I guess then that would make.
And the squadron leaders would be like the knights and the bishops.
Sure.
Know? So, yeah.
Yeah, so the Royal Guard are basically the rooks. Yeah. Like, they're towers, they're bastions of defense.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And when they're really together, strong.
They're terrifying.
Right, double lane rooks. In this case, it's triple lane rooks.
Right,
so
yeah.
have fun with that.
Right.
Okay, the whole debate around the politics of the Hunter Association. On another show, I would say that's out of place. Like, it kind of came out of nowhere. It's not
and it was
really...
a lot of telling rather than showing, so...
Right, so what I feel like we need to do, and I think you are right on the money in this, is we need to put a pin in this. And basically, like, save this data and just be aware that it exists.
Right, yeah.
Because soon-ish,
right,
it's going to become relevant. But probably for the next, like, chunk of episodes, until we see Netero again, it's probably not relevant.
Yeah.
It's probably something that's like, okay, this is what's on the mind of these pro hunters, right?
Exactly, because they're looking at a lot of the bigger picture. They're not, as up close as, say, like, Shoot and Knuckle are.
Right. But also they're looking at things in the East Gorto situation at a way closer bit than even the Hunter Association is. Because they didn't send specifically the hunter that they asked for. And they name dropped someone, I think it was Riak.
Yeah.
It's like Riakke, something like that.
And I wasn't entirely sure whether they were talking about the person that they sent to hunt down Chi-Tu. And basically,
that was the person that Morel requested that hunt down Chi-Tu.
Right.
Because they were like, this hunter would be perfect at this, and they didn't. They sent just some
random person that he'd never heard of. Yeah. And of course, it didn't work. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So what I think is cool about this though is it shows that the Hunter Association is not perfect. And I think that reinforces the theme that I was talking about earlier in where there's the good guys, we have like Gon and Killua. Yeah. We know that they're good. They're good. Yeah. But they have flaws. They're not perfect.
Right. The idea that the people are people,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And human beings are human beings.
Right.
And with Chimera ants, though, we don't really know fully what a Chimera ant means. Like what it means to be a Chimera ant.
Not really.
We're utilizing all of them as kind of a broad brush kind of... we're kind of like soaking like a sponge little bits of information from all of them to assume the whole.
Because usually when we think about things, we'll do associations and comparisons as a way to paint a picture, right?
Yep.
But because Chimera ants are, as far as we've seen so far, very, very, very different from humans, it's kind of like hard to get a reading on them and how they will behave.
But then every once in a while they show behavior that is like pseudo-human.
Right, it's telling, giving that throwback to their human heritage.
Exactly. And that's the kind of thing where we want to be on the lookout for anything specifically with the Chimera ants that shows that they are more than just some kind of mutation,
Okay.
Because I feel like the story of HunterxHunter is such a grand one that Chimera ants will exist in the future.
I hope so.
I hope so. Like the more and more I think basically it was almost confirmed once that interaction with the Queen happened. Once you saw Chimera ants and humans in the same room, talking and trying to save a life, of a Chimera ant. that was when I knew, like, okay, these two species can coexist. There is a future potentially there. But when I hear about infighting within the Hunter organization, and the Hunter organization is here to exterminate the ants, I'm wondering, will there be a point where two groups of ideologies come to a head about how to deal with the Chimera ants?
Yeah, because
some have the exterminate them at any cost. Some have let's like look into them, and others are like, let's experiment on them. Like all the gamut of kind of the human reaction to something that makes us scared, something that we don't understand.
Well, and one of the things that I'm really curious about is that if they ever find out that the king gets stronger by eating rare humans, then if they're going to be sacrificing most of the 5 million people on the island in the country already, then at that point it actually would make more sense to do the tactical nuke, wipe out everything, so that the rare humans are killed before the king can eat them. So that even if he does somehow survive nuclear blasts, he's starved.
Right now, Netero's plan is, we isolate the king, and I kill the king.
Right.
Like, that's the least human casualties by our doing plan that we can come up with.
Even though they're, by waiting and to set up this assassination, they have to let a lot of people die.
Right. And it's because they're trying to maximize chances of success of killing the king, not maximizing the amount of lives they're going to save. It's kind of a convergence diagram of sorts, where you have the cost of life continually going up.
Yeah, it's the calculus thing, where when you have the two functions, with the different curves, you calculate the point, where you get the most out of both. Yeah.
And that's pretty cold.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they have to do.
But it's one of the things that I feel like, when you have that omniscient third-person perspective on something, you can look at this and criticize little decisions and stuff like that. But when you're in this and you don't know what you don't know...
Exactly. They're just like, you
have to go on the best of your knowledge.
We'll do the best we got.
But the thing is, though, is that hindsight will be 20/20. There are going to be people that will look at this whole thing after it's over.
Why didn't you do this?
And that's what Nav and Morel were talking about. Is they're like, you know that if we screw up, this is going to get put on the chairman.
Well, and even if... And what was it? I think Morel said this. Yeah. Even if we do everything perfectly, the king will be dead along with 5 million people.
Yeah, and that's way too many.
Right. Yeah.
And that's another thing. Maybe the reason why the Hunter Association isn't wanting to get certain people involved with this is they know, regardless of whether or not, like you said, they win or lose, they succeed or fail, they might not be happy with themselves after that. They might not be on some level. You could actually look at the people that are trying to force the situation to be on Netero's team's hands,
as trying to do another kind of damage control. Basically,
another kind of damage control is basically just limiting the amount of people that are going to be involved in exterminating a species.
Right, because, and by doing that, basically making it be like, okay, these hunters aren't really helpful, so if they end up getting thrown under the bus, that's not as big of a deal as if, all our top hunters end up...
Well, they're also not helpful to the vice chairman on the political side of
things. Yeah, there's that too. The fact that they... Because I don't... Have we even heard about the vice chairman before this point? Haven't. I don't think we have, so... Yeah.
No, the Hunter Association is very mysterious beyond the Hunter exam arc. And that whole section there was very much focused on the exam itself and not the Hunter Association.
Yeah. And the most they got into was the examiners themselves.
Well, even then, we don't know much about their characters beyond what their gimmicks were, and the fact that the Hunter Association has a Zeppelin, and they're very proud of this Zeppelin.
Yeah.
But now we know they have a building and they have connections and they're a global, kind of reaching organization, and they have a lot of respect.
And they're not the only ones with Zeppelins, apparently.
But anyway, I think I'm going to get really into this arc if they explore more of this kind of the continuing of Knuckle and Shoot's conversation.
Gotcha. I'm most excited just to see more from Killua.
Yeah, I am too. I feel like this episode not having Killua in it was kind of nice. I think Killua is my favorite character in the show, for sure. But not having him in there made the story go into a more introspective place. Because Killua, while he's not going to be verbally expressive to others about his feelings and such. Like, he's a very he's a very keeps things close to his chest kind of guy. I feel like I don't want to see deeper stuff from Killua until he's back with Gon.
Gotcha.
Like, I kind of want to expedite the Gon and Killua separation stuff as fast as possible.
No, I know what you mean.
Splitting
and that's,
the party, man.
That's kind of why I'm interested to see more from Killua right here.
Oh, okay.
Because Killua is very dependent on Gon, because he cares about Gon a lot, right? So seeing how he behaves apart from Gon, how hard he's trying, right?
Yeah.
And granted, it's because Gon wanted to save people, right? So he's
sort of doing it. I will do it for you. Yeah.
Right? Yeah, because he knows he'll be able to do it
He'll
better.
Screw it up.
Yeah. But still, it's something where we get to see Killua doing something sort of more on his own, and I love to see that. So.
Yeah, if Gon had done it, he would have accidentally Jenkined like a guard, thinking it's a
Well, or he would have basically drawn chimera ants that are tailing him through cities, and
they couldn't have known that.
Well, yeah, but just the idea that at least because Killua can actually Killua can do the whole assassin thing.
Well, he can do the I will move unseen thing.
Right.
Which, by the way, that's the one mystery left open from this episode. Who was that being releasing all that aura?
Yeah, I thought it might have been Neferpito, because it seemed to be on another really tall column, but
I don't think so.
I think that might have been the king.
So
because we didn't see the king this episode.
We didn't see the king this episode. We didn't see Netero this episode.
That's true.
I think it's Netero because the time. No. Okay. Here's the reason why. It was yellow. Okay.
Okay.
When the king released his Ren, it was purple. It had this purple, white black energy in it and stuff. But Netero in the opening, when he did his
it was the similar color.
There was a yellow thing behind him, almost like a face. And
I think it was a Buddha painting or something.
I think that means it's related to his aura.
I love it if this is some kind of Netero prepping thing where he's basically getting himself ready to face the king. Awesome.
Yeah,
but doesn't that kind of stealthy?
No, it's not stealthy at all. But here's the thing. Let's say it's just a completely new thing. There's a new maybe there's a squad leader out there that's really wanting to fight. Maybe it's just Hagia. Maybe that was Hagia, and he's just being come and get me, you cowards, you know?
Yeah.
That seems like a very lion. Wait, no. Lions are pretty lazy. Well, let's say this lion is ambitious. So just going out there and being yes, I have all this power now. He's that makes sense, actually. Standing atop the I'm Yao, king of the rock, you know?
Right. Well,
I have all this new power.
The other thing that I was thinking is that what if this was basically a way to try and control Killua's movements? By basically saying, he's not going to come over here because that would not be sneaky, right? He wouldn't want to draw the attention of this creature. By doing so, maybe they can force him along a direction and then pin him down.
That would be next level. I doubt that's the thing, but
I mean, could be.
Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah, I'm really excited to see who that was and what they were doing and why.
And the other person it could be is whoever Netero's friend is.
That's true.
Which we're pretty sure is Zeno. But then if it is Zeno, I think
this isn't the work of someone that's trying to be sneaky, you know?
Right.
So,
yeah. Are we sure that was Aura, though? I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure. Yeah.
It's it's Krollo with a new ability. He's the worst theory ever.
No,
I'm not even serious.
The Phantom Troop does not need to be here.
No. I'm just kidding. I'm totally messing with you guys. Yeah.
But yeah, good episode.
Very good episode. I think that if the Chimera Ant arc can blend together well, the overall themes and world building side of the conflict, the conflict itself, keeping the scale in check.
Yeah.
And not going too far into the details unless it's a big character
unless it's
thing.
Important. Yeah.
like any of the fights that we've got coming up, like because we're gonna have some pretty important fights.
Yes.
Go as detailed into those as you want.
Right.
Like, but until those, let's hold off a little bit on nameless and faceless. Who cares? Bat and owl.
Yeah. I mean, that they had some clever mechanics and all that stuff for the fight, you know?
It's reminding us, I think, cleverly of a lot of the things that Gon has in his arsenal. Like, being like, oh yeah, Gyo, that's a thing. I can use that. I'm like, oh, well, good job, buddy.
Well, and it's also reminding us in sort of a nice way that battles are decided by tactics.
Yes, that's true.
It's the idea.
I mean, we didn't forget that.
We didn't forget that, but it's just one of those things of, like, in case you forgot or gone, make sure you don't forget this, right? The way you beat people, like, because they were weaker than Gon.
Them.
Yeah.
And they were outsmarting him initially.
Yep.
So he was going to lose.
Right.
So he outsmarted them. So he won.
He planned around that plan.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I think that's something that's good to be reminded of, because we have, as you put, when the king did his thing of eating the Nen user, that he has an infinitely scaling ability,
right?
Which like, guys, if you've ever played any kind of video game or RPG,
you always go for the infinite scalability.
Always increase your passives.
Yep.
If you have the ability to just increment, the longer this ability has been activaed, the more your percentage of base speed will increase over time, infinitely.
What's that? No diminishing returns? Oh,
well, talk dirty to me. This is our tabletop RPG and gaming sense coming in there. But guys, great episode. If you want to watch the next 2 episodes right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can get on our Discord where you can chat with us about stories, anything at all. Yeah. And if that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.